Okay, so welcome everyone to this very unusual lightning talk. My name is Álvaro Rabadán. I'm a data product manager in Admiral. And today I would like to talk to you about how our company, a traditional company, is using cutting-edge technology in order to revolutionize their processes, but moreover, how this technology is translating into real business value and how we manage to reduce the time to market of our biggest data product from 10 hours to just 2 minutes. But let's start from the very beginning. Let's understand from where we're coming from and how we even end up with 10 hours. So in terms of needs, we are a pretty standard company. We have roughly 200 users that every single morning they expect to have some reports and some materialized views that are going to be used for the daily activities. These data products and these materialized views should come from a single source of truth that removes the complexity of the CRM, our system, which is pretty complex. In the past, we started with good intentions and we built a first data warehouse that was serving the purpose. However, due to some really bad habits and really rigid IT change management, the team realized that it's easier to create another SaaS layer in order to overcome this problem, adding the missing bits and pieces that going through the entire process. And this set a precedent. So every single time they had some blocker, they decided to do the same thing. So we end up with this. And on top of that, we have a bunch of Excel files that have been generated daily that are pointing to different data marts that are in the middle of some ETLs. And yeah, so guys, we created this huge mess that as a consequence end up having a lot of problems. The first problem is obvious. No catalog, no control, no governance, lineage, good luck. If you want to understand one KPI, it's going to be digging for 10 hours, 20 hours inside a legacy code that God knows what's inside. And on top of that, the KPI itself might be not the correct one. This happens several times that we have two reports with the same KPI with different numbers. So they were clashing, even they had the same name. This is a situation where not only the problem with the correct data, but also the time to market of the data. On average, it takes up to 10 hours to execute the entire thing. And if for some reason it fails, it will be a day gone because you cannot recover the time. You will need to wait until next day because the time to market of the ETLs is huge. So imagine the technical debt. Thousands of layers of ETLs, thousands of dependencies that God knows from where it's coming from, a chaos. So what we decided to do is just to start from scratch and make sure that we build something that is reliable and that can scale. So this is our proposal. We started identifying all of our data sources, and we wanted to have a new single source of truth. So what we have done is to build a lakehouse where we ingest everything there as it comes. So now we have all the data, all the outcome of all the business processes inside our curated layer. And this is a starting point of our platform. However, this is still complex because the data models are the same ones as in the data sources. So what we wanted to do, inspired by the data mesh, is to transform this data and organize them by the business processes. So now we have some data universes that are falling into these three ones: quotes, policies, and claims. And now we have a selection of the critical data elements. So we are not including everything, but just the elements that are relevant for the business. And we are ready now to start building on top of this. However, this is just a bunch of files inside an S3 bucket. The business cannot manage on top of that. And we will still need to build some data mart, right? So this is where our consumption tools come through. We had a clear need. We need to prototype a lot because most of our analysis are what if. So we need to build a lot of virtual data marts, and we need to provide this power to the business. The combination of Denodo and PrestoDB and the MPP engine help us a lot in order to have this vision. But moreover, Denodo with the virtualization tool help the business to move in a smooth way towards the platform because they can still run the legacy code, some of the legacy code of code, the one that is not broken. And now we can ensure that the business as usual continuity is going to be provided because they can move slowly to our platform and there is not going to be a disruption of activities. On top of that, we still want to create some visual things that are eye-catchy and taking into account that most of the computational power and the heavy lifting is inside Denodo and PrestoDB, we can use a tool just for small aggregations and nice visuals. And Tableau did a pretty good job, if I might say. Widely used in the industry with a lot of people that are proficient inside the Tableau community. It was a no-brainer. However, without trustworthy data, you can do anything. Colibra help us a lot to bring the governance layer. Now, every single transformation, every single piece of data, and every single KPI, it's properly well governed. We have a data catalog, we have a well-documented data lineage, and all the metadata, it's been pushed there. So we can trace back every single data element to the source, knowing exactly what has been through. And on top of that, we are providing a lot of data quality controls and data quality rules that even the business is checking on top of Colibra, which is brilliant. And on top of that, we have sensitive data, we have PII information. We need to control that the people that it's allowed to interact with this data, it's properly accessing to the buckets. So one logging is our access management control, and we make sure that this data is not exposed to the bad guys. So that we have a proper control on top of that. This is the landscape, the technical landscape that we put in place where we are able to ingest all the data sources right away, that we can consume the data, do a lot of analysis, and also that we can govern the information properly. But does it ring a bell to our business? Let's talk to that. Let's talk to the real benefit that this is bringing to our guys. It's obvious that we improve in terms of time to market. 10 hours to just 2 minutes. It's crazy because we are crunching millions of rows in just 2 minutes. So the efficacy in terms of the final experience of the customer, it's crazy, it's mind-blowing. But on top of that, we are being extremely flexible towards them. They can bring their own code, and also they can now use Denodo for bringing also new things that they were not able to do so. And now they can try new use cases that it was not possible before because the platform was not powerful enough in the past. So this is opening a new era of opportunities. Now we can try new things. Now we can ingest more data points. Now we can do more powerful analysis, which was impossible before. And last but not least, everything is going to be well organized, well governed, and people is going to gain confidence on top of it. The governance era, the governance layer, it's crucial to bring this trustworthiness and to make sure that everything that we're putting out there has a seal of quality and controls. So, guys, I've been flying around in order to fit all the information inside just 10 minutes. I would love to deep dive on this offline. So if you have any question, feel free to reach me out on LinkedIn, feel free to reach me out by email, and we can discuss all the nitty-gritty details about the entire platform. The takeaway here is that this is a revolution to us, and this is crazy in terms of traditional companies because we were not used to this new opportunity, and the business is just craving for more and more and more opportunities on top of the platform. So thank you so much for your time. As I said, feel free to reach me out. I will be extremely happy to answer your questions, and now we'll see you around. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I'll see you later.